Pre-deciding, a habit that can save time and lessens stress. Hi, I am Amanda Swanepoel. I am a Bright Star lifestyle facilitator, a mentor, and a lifestyle coach. At Bright Star, we say yes to joy. I hope that this inspirational conversation will add joy to your day, to your life, and to your well-being. Robert T. Kiyosaki said, "You and only you are responsible for your life choices and decisions." If I can give you an amount of time and a bit less stress as a gift, would you like and accept my gift? On the other hand, if I could inspire you to adapt a habit that will save you time and spare you energy and therefore lessens your stress, would you also like my gift? I hope you would actually choose the latter more, because then you will be empowered to save your own time and experience less stress on the long run in the future. Life is moving very fast. If we want to reach our goals or want to thrive and not only survive, we will need to develop habits that can save time and energy. Lend me your ear, and then I will share a habit with you that I can nearly guarantee will work. We hear many people saying that they are tired and overwhelmed, and to add insult to injury, they look back on days and weeks where they feel they did not make good choices. We waste a lot of time thinking about the things that we have done wrong, thinking of ways to correct our mistakes. We make all kinds of choices all through the day. What will I wear? What will I or my family eat? How late will I leave for my next appointment? What will I do first on my to-do list? What mindset am I choosing for the day? How am I going to react in a conflict situation? How will I react in the challenging traffic? And how will I react to load shedding this afternoon? In the moment, we can make good decisions. And sometimes in the moment, we make bad ones. Keeping in mind that the average number of choices we make per day is approximately 35,000, it makes sense that as the day progresses, we will get tired of making decisions and then we end up making bad decisions. We literally experience decision fatigue. And then it's actually inevitable that when we arrive home from the office, we eat the wrong things and we binge watch television, and later we feel frustrated that we once again made bad choices that is not aligned with our goals. When we constantly experience the results of another bad choice, it steals our time and it drains our energy and it adds to stress in our lives. How can we change this? Is there something that we can do that might show better results? I was recently introduced to the concept of pre-deciding, and I invite you to explore with me. Craig Groeschel says, if your life is moving in the direction of your decisions, do you like the direction that your decisions are taking you? When we look at a child that struggles to decide what flavor of ice cream to choose or what sweet to choose from the big shelf with all those options, although it's cute to watch, it takes a lot of patience and time. It is kind of the same experience when an adult struggles to make a decision. You can sometimes even see or feel the pressure that person experiences. A pre-decision is making your decision before the decision is needed. So when you make a pre-decision, you can actually get into the driver's seat when you are faced with that difficult or tempting situation. You are clear in your mind before it can be challenged. What can I pre-decide? While we look at the examples, you can celebrate some of them that you are already in the habit of doing. Maybe there's one or two ideas that you can use. If we look at our health, the well-known tip that we hear is to get exercise by increasing the numbers of steps that we take every day. Therefore, we can pre-decide to park far away from the entrance of the shopping center, so soon you start doing it automatically every time, so your pre-decision becomes a habit. The way you want to rest, pre-decide the number and the kind of breaks that work best for you, and then plan your calendar accordingly. If not, it will never happen. When you know that you are an emotional eater, pre-decide to wait 5 minutes after entering the kitchen before you eat something. It will give you more time to reflect on how hungry you really are. When looking at our finances, to take control of our expenses, we can pre-decide by drawing up a budget. And then we just need to stick to that budget. When you know you make impulsive choices, pre-decide that you will wait 3 days before buying that bigger, more expensive item. You can also pre-decide how generous you will be when leaving tips for waiters. When the bill arrives at the end of the meal, the decision is already made. Looking at our daily routine, we can make it easier to get out of the door in time in the mornings. We can pre-decide the evening before what we are going to wear the next day. We can work on the lunch boxes, and we can even prepare some of the meals for the next day. To prevent unnecessary anxiety, we can pre-decide that we will, in traffic, rather pray for our fellow drivers instead of sending everyone to hell. In the workplace, we can save a lot of energy by pre-deciding to quickly double-check messages before pressing the send button. It will save a lot of time and stress. If we're not always fixing embarrassing and unnecessary spelling mistakes and experiencing the stress when we know about that spelling mistake that slipped through with that important interview or document. Pre-decide to print and read that important document, or ask someone else to look at it with a fresh set of eyes and see the difference that it will make in your work satisfaction. Just remember to return the favor when you borrow someone else's fresh eyes. Maybe some of us has been dominating discussions at work, and you want to talk less and listen more. You may pre-decide that whenever you're considering to say something in a meeting, you'll stay silent for a full minute before speaking up, at which point you'll be able to gauge whether your comment will add value to the discussion. Looking at your relationships, the time and the way that you treat your friends, you can pre-decide the time that you want to spend and then make it happen. If we look at annual events, a well-thought pre-decision on buying birthday and Christmas presents can save you a lot of time, energy, pressure, and even money. And then just stick to the decision that you made. A few years ago, my mom decided to give everyone in the family a packed basket for a picnic for their birthday. Her pre-decision saved a lot of time. She did not have to think what to give everyone during the year, and it gave us all a lot of joy. When you attend a Bright Star workshop or program, for example, when you choose your personal values, you can actually pre-decide your behavior in a lot of situations. It is said that 98% of your decisions are already made when you know your core personal values. What do you want people to say about you? How do you want them to remember you? Pre-decide what you want to stand for and be known for. Congratulations! You already determined the quality of your life by every pre-decision that you've already made. Maybe it's time for one more. I want you to stop the recording now to think or discuss. Are you aware of an area in your life where you constantly need to make a decision, large or small? Could you make a pre-decision that will save some time or stress? Keep it simple, don't complicate it. If you're in a group, share it with the rest of the group or ask one person to hold you accountable. Sometimes in the moment, we get bombarded by different emotions and temptations. If the decision is already made, you only need to stick with it. No pressure and less time is used. Those minutes add up to hours, and you will have some breathing space between activities if you make good pre-decisions. The latest pre-decision that I made was to change my inner voice. I personally realized that I can be very harsh on myself. The pre-decision that I made was to soften the tone of my inner voice. I frequently reminded myself about the decision, and now I experience it becoming a precious habit. Yes, you make decisions, and then your decisions make you. When life happens, you don't have to become a prisoner of your pre-decisions. Sometimes you won't stay with your decision because you choose not to. Give yourself grace. You are allowed to break your own rules. Beware of a pre-decision that is harmful or puts you in bondage. After a negative experience, we might pre-decide to never trust people again. Such an inner vow can rob you from beautiful future relationships. Improve the quality of your life by the decisions you make. Improve the quality of the decisions you make by the quality of the pre-decisions you make. Aristotle said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, therefore, is not an act, but a habit. Pre-decisions also. The decisions you make today will determine the stories you tell tomorrow.